So Neil Cuckmann is at it again, opening his big mouth, going after anybody that's critical of the game by labeling them as haters. Also, he's mocking memes, trying to poke jabs at him because, of Abby trying to be in her defense. Yeah, it's hilariously failing for him. And quite clearly, Cuckmann, you're not helping your case. Hey, what is going on, everybody? How are you all doing today? I hope you all are having a wonderful and fantastic day today, and if not, hopefully you all will have it better tomorrow. Neil Cuckmann, you're not helping your case at all here with everything that you're doing. It's already been bad enough with the DMCAs and everything you did when the game was leaked, trying to silence people's voices, and now here you are trying to attack people, and he's trying to make it look like everything's great, hunky-dory, by trying to put up that positive Metacritic review score there. Because, unless you think that it's a masterpiece, 10 out of 10, stunning and brave, unless you think that, oh, well, then you're Neil's enemy, apparently, in his eyes, because, he's a cuck. So, basically, he's been going after people, and this person right here sent out a tweet stating, I went for a walk with a mask. Bad idea. Not the mask, the running bit. Well, Neil Cuckmann had to jump in here, and this is what he stated. But where do you get the protein during a pandemic? I don't buy this body. So now Neil's going around, shaming people because people made Abby memes, and he didn't like it. So this is the only criticism that Neil can give on the games now. Because, that's the only criticism that he addresses, anything that has to do with Abby's body type. But when it comes to anything positive, oh, he's all for it, he's so happy. He just tries to go after anybody. So there was a Reddit post, and this is what he stated. Neil Cuckmann at it again. And then Corey Belrog responded with, such a beta, Neil. Don't even get me started on the canine agenda in this game. I mean, why can't games just be about political things like wars, kingdoms, soldiers, and spies? And then that's when Neil decided to respond again. And this is what he said. Listen here, Corey Thoyrag. You can't hide your simping for me. Keep crying those thoy tears. Neil, all your jokes are the same. They are not funny. You think that you're being witty and smart, but you're not. And to think that this is supposed to be the vice president of a company, and this is the way that he acts, like an immature child. that's basically the way that he's acting. You would think that somebody like Neil would act differently. And for someone who says that, I'm okay with people disliking the game, well, it doesn't sound like it by the way that you're reacting with this. Sounds more like you are against any criticism that anybody has for you. So he responded to a fan because a fan made something, and he stated, too bad you couldn't channel some of my writing talent. What? So then, of course, Neil responded to a fan. So a fan made a tweet, and they were trying to make this funny little tweet. And so this is what Neil Cuckmann then decided to come up with in response. Too bad you couldn't channel some of my writing talent. Oh, no, you're not arrogant. No, not at all. I mean, my God, you already had a self-insert character of yourself in the game. I mean, how far is your head up your own ass? I mean, no kidding, for real. And so, of course, Neil Cuckmann also posted this as well, stating, holy moly, The Last of Us Part 2 has more positive viewer reviews than Uncharted Collection, Uncharted 4, Uncharted Lost Legacy, and The Last of Us Remastered combined. Love the passion. Yeah, there's one itsy bitsy problem here about what you've posted, Neil. You see, you have only posted one thing, and that's the positive score. You don't post the negative. That's the one thing about Neil on this one. Doesn't post the negative yet again. It's like when he posted it earlier when the game had came out. He only posted the user score and the reviews. He didn't post the positive to negative ratio. And now, looking at the game, it's at a 5.4 in terms of the user score. And then if you look at all of this, the stuff that Neil hid from everyone, the negative is at 56,944. And recently, it was actually above the positive reviews for the user score. It was, at one point, much bigger and ratioed this score 100%. But that's the thing. there's something I noticed, which I talked about in a previous video, talking about, Last of Us earlier in the week, was the fact that for Last of Us Part 2, one thing that I've noticed, and this is very, very fishy to me, is that on the dates of June 19th, July 1st, and July 3rd, there have been tons of positive reviews that are very similar to one another. A lot of them stating that, the story and gameplay, is the best, or, it's the best game ever, or it's a masterpiece, amazing game. It's basically the same copy paste response. And they don't really give story details. And you'll really see this if you go and look at it. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. And, it's funny because all these news outlets, they always try to talk about how, oh, well, it's the trolls. The trolls are just trying to bring down the rating of the game. They're talking about that, right? Thing is that, while you will have some people put in zeros, there's also 10s. This game is definitely not a 10 out of 10. And yeah, of course, there are going to be some people out there that are going to like this game. And if you do, more power to you. I don't like this game. Many other people don't like this game. But these reviews are very fishy. These reviews just kind of come out of nowhere. And like I said, many of them are copy paste. Now, some of them you can see as genuine positive reviews, and they do give story details. But there's a lot more of these that are 10s, just straight 10s, that just copy paste majority of what's been said. And that's very strange because to me it looks like somebody is trying to come in here. Now, this is just my speculation because it just looks like this. Somebody's trying to come in here like they did with Rotten Tomatoes and tried to bump up the score of certain movies, which in this case with this game, it looks like that's exactly what's happening too. Because it's like the Rise of Skywalker when Rotten Tomatoes just locked in the 86% score. It reminded me very similar to that. And now here we are with Metacritic, seeming to have tons of positive reviews come in here out of nowhere. Like I said, on June 19th, July 1st, and July 3rd. There's just tons of new positive reviews that just kind of came out of nowhere, and they were just copy-paste. And of course, the media themselves, they don't talk about that. They just talk about the trolls and how, oh, they came in and they were trying to make the game look bad. You were going to brigade the game. That's basically what they're trying to say, is that trolls came in and brigaded the game. And they don't talk about these 10 out of 10s, which Neil is so happy to see, of course. That's why he put in that positive note, just the whole positive part, not the negative, because he wanted to basically try to show it as the game is successful. It's so successful. And, of course, the media is not going to go against Neil Cuckmann. They're going to lick the corporate boots, as they always do. That's exactly what's going on here. And nobody's calling out these odd 10 out of 10 scores. It's just very, very bizarre to me that they're all here. You see tons of these articles talking about the trolls, but you don't see them talking about these odd, brigades of 10 out of 10 masterpieces, which is very strange to me. And Neil Cuckmann is so proud of this while he's actually going after anyone that talks about Abby, because that's all he can do. Because he can't defend the game. Because, he has to act like a child, has to make up the same jokes, and run around trying to say, see, look, it's good, it's a good game, people love it. That's exactly the most bizarre part. And because of this, you have Metacritic, which myself and many other content creators have talked about, that they're going to address this issue and change things. How they're already going to have like a 2-day delay for reviews now for users. And this is very, very odd. I think it's both users and critics at the moment. But as we already know, game journalists, they already want to silence the user reviews. And as you can tell, all Neil Cuckmann's doing is going to these 10 out of 10 reviews. The positive ones are the ones that he's really showing off. He's not trying to show anything negative because, it would go against his narrative. So, of course, he's not going to go and show off those negative reviews in comparison to the positive ones. And he's already burned through his own reputation, destroying it with the DMCAs and, the abuse of the copyright system, everything that he's done, trying to ruin people's livelihoods, suspending Twitter accounts, going after memes on Reddit even. I mean, come on. Neil Cuckmann, you're such a baby about this entire situation. And, if he really didn't have a problem with people disliking the game, then, he'd be okay with it and just not come and try to go after anybody. But no, instead, Neil Cuckmann has to go after that wrong thing. This only continues to show how immature and how terrible of a person Neil Cuckmann really is. But anyways, let me know what you think about this entire situation down below. Subscribe to the channel if you are new here, and make sure you are still subscribed, because YouTube is unsubscribing people from all their favorite channels. So make sure you are still subscribed to all your favorite channels. Hit the video with a like, and also be sure to share the video on social media. Spread the word and get it out there. It's greatly appreciated, and it really helps out the channel a lot. Also, be sure to follow me on Discord. We have a wonderful community there. Not only that, but it will keep you up to date on when the news videos will be released, as well as any other upcoming events in the near future. So be sure to follow me on Discord. The link is in the description down below. But anyways, I hope you all have yourselves a wonderful and fantastic day today. And remember, if today was not a good day, tomorrow could